Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you a quick question. When was the last time you headed out to the coast with your friends? And be honest, when was the last time you actually sat down to practice your English? Well, today we're doing a 2-for-1 special. I'm taking you along a trip my friends and I took a little while back. It was right at the tail end of winter, that in-between season where the air is still crisp, but you can feel the sun starting to wake up. We decided to visit a hidden gem that not many people outside of Chile know about. So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's work on our listening skills while we explore the coast. So we packed the essentials. You know the drill: water, snacks, a camera, and some stuff to entertain. The hike started out great. I'll admit, the road was a bit of a mess, muddy in some sections and slippery in others, but honestly, it was an easy walk. There's something so grounding about being completely surrounded by nature. As we climbed higher, the views of the beach from above were absolutely stunning. Pro tip for hikers: even on an easy trail, nature likes to remind you who's boss. We'd had to stop every now and then to catch our breath, mostly because we were talking too much. Along the way, we had some cool encounters with the locals: insects, forest birds, and a few curious animals peeking through the brush. Now, if you are wondering where on earth we were, this place is called Rocoto Beach. If you haven't heard of it, it's tucked away in the Hualpén Peninsula, which is a protected nature sanctuary. People flock here for a few specific reasons: the adventurous hiking, the views, obviously, that deep sense of tranquility you can only find when you are disconnected from the city. The path mostly winds through an old-growth forest. It was magical to see the sunlight filtering through the foliage. That dappled light effect. You could smell the mix of native trees and that salty, fresh marine air. It's the kind of air that feels like it's cleaning your lungs. Here's the thing about Rocoto: you can't just drive up to the sand. You have to earn it. The only way to reach the shore is by foot, and the final descent is a very steep slope. It's actually so steep that there are permanent ropes installed to help you scramble down. It feels a bit like a mini adventure movie. Once you navigate the rocky path and the flora, you finally step out onto the white sand. The water is crystal clear and looks incredibly inviting, but don't be fooled. It's not actually suitable for swimming. Between the steep drop-off of the shore and the unpredictable tides, it's a look but don't touch kind of ocean. But when the view looks like a postcard, you don't really mind staying dry. Looking back toward the land, you are dwarfed by these massive cliffs covered in bushes and native trees. It's the perfect spot for a picnic. We sat down, cracked open some drinks, and just listened. If you ever need to meditate, the sound of the wind clashing with the waves at Rocoto is the best soundtrack you could ask for. After lunch, we got a bit of a second wind. We played some sports on the sand and watched a slight mist roll in from the sea. The contrast of the white mist against the dark, jagged rocks was breathtaking. As is typical for this region and this time of the year, the winter part of the season decided to show up. The sky started to cloud over quite quickly. In the late winter, the light only lasts until about 7 pm, and the evening chill starts to bite pretty fast. So we packed up our gear, made sure we left no trace behind, and started the trek back up the cliffs. It was a simple day, but honestly, it was perfect. I hope this gave you a little bit of inspiration to go outside and maybe a few new English words for your vocabulary. That's all for today. Thanks for wandering with me, and I'll see you in the next video.